Welcome everyone. My name is Albert Park and I'm from UNEP, the United Nations Environmental Program. Today I'm going to talk to you all a bit about a serious problem affecting over 100 countries. That problem is desertification, the process by which all healthy, usable land becomes unusable. As you may imagine, this progress does not happen overnight. It takes many years, in some cases centuries, but it can be stopped. We'll talk about how in a moment. First of all, however, let's consider what causes desertification to happen. As you will see on this slide, it happens on a number of reasons. It takes poor weather conditions like drought, combined with poor land management to create these disastrous situations. Here's a common scenario. Let's say thousands of million people in a particular region or country need trees for construction purpose, for making paper, and for other uses. So, of course, forests get cut down. However, in the forest area replaces soil that was held in place by the tree roots get stripped away. This top layer This top layer of soil is where plants get nutrients. So if there is of soil, plants won't grow. Without plants holding the earth in place, these areas also experience more flooding, which destroys even more of the vegetation. Over time, the land continues to suffer degradations until eventually it becomes barren and desert-like. Another contributing factor is overgrazing. An example of this is when people actually in the place. Their livestock, cattle, goats, and sheep eat food grown with the same pace of the lines year after year after year, until the minerals in the soil are used up. When that happens, farmers can no longer grow crop there. So the result that this blows away and farmers have to find other places to live. Don't like that about the cattle compost the air without their harvest so like the water from irrigation and river just runs off without penetration the ground. And if the land is not irrigated properly, the level of the soil and the soil can rise, thus adding to the degradation of the land. As I said, this is like placed in over 100 countries around the world. And this problem that's affecting growth and increase of the land. And obviously, the loss of use of land affects the animals and people who live in this area. This barren spot will not survive, which means these people have to get elsewhere to support themselves. In fact, some experts predict that as many as 16 million people will have been displaced because of desertification by 2020. And this mass migration will of course put a strain on the same roster in those areas the people move to. This is exactly what's happening in South America, in Asia, and in parts of Latin and North America. So, what can be done to stop desertification from happening? Well, there are many things that people and nations are doing to stop the spread of desert. For instance, one solution is to plant young trees where deforestation was occurred. Thus, the trees grow, the roots will once again hold the earth in place, thus protecting it. People in some areas are planting rows of trees and building fences at the edge of desert to act as a windbreak to stop the progress of the sun. Obviously, proper crop rotation and shading will help prevent soil erosion, while ways of irrigation techniques and existing water supplies will also improve conditions. So all hope is not lost. There is a lot of we can do to stop encroaching desertifications, but more steps need to be made immediately. The programs in place in America, Asia, and elsewhere need more funding and they need more publicity. That's one of the reasons that we're here, the use currency. Now, if any of you would like to find or more about desertification and what's being done about it, there are many sources available. For instance, you will merit resources. Visit the UNEP website or the website for the USGS, the US Geological Survey. Both sites have plenty of information. Now I'd like to open up the floor to questions and comments.